O'Day who gets tripped up there. Snyder has it in a 2-on-1. Snyder pouring forward, still on it, shooting in. Speaker able to make the save. He had gone down. The Stars push it farther there. Russo's come all the way back to try and get that puck up and out. At fluttering puck is shot and scored. Too much traffic in front there. Speaker watches that go wide into the far corner. It's going to be Kocher bumping a man off the puck, but we'll get a quick call here as the Stars touch up. A shot on goal from their own defensive circle as Snyder able to work that into the neutral zone. Now look out, it was Bizarro who was able to reach out and find that puck. Be satisfied with the dump in, and Druda picks up there. Comes off the stanchion again for the Stars, but it was Bizarro able to pick it up. Bizarro gets tripped up. That should do it here. Seconds of a man advantage here for the Stars. They're 1-for-1 on the day. O'Leary able to settle that puck down, works it over to Kocher. Kocher fires that puck in, and it's going to be stopped and gloved. The backhand, and so he had to delay for a moment. Still O'Leary trying to thread that puck through the slot. Fired in by Bizarro, and then swiped up and over the cage. It was Bolognic. He goes around a man, shoots it. It's a wonderful save by the Snyder netminder, and then it's touched home. Oh, baby! And now, it's Gitman touching it farther. Mini break here for Gitman. Gitman in all alone, tries to go forehand, backhand. He's shut down by the Snyder netminder who throws the big, and then leave that for Bolognic. It's Bolognic all the way toward the slot, thrown in once more. Look out, shot just high of the cage. Oh boy, Rosick wants that back in the other direction. Snyder back on the puck with 6 minutes left to go in this first half. It's Snyder trying to work that puck up and out of their zone. O'Day goes for the big hit. Zone draw, Izakov to take. Tries to win it over toward the slot. Puck comes up toward Kocher. Somehow able to thread that through. The zone with Izakov. Rosick goes through the legs, around, leaves it there for Bergman. Shot in, he hit the post. Oh boy. It was a play you dream of for the... At that far point, now top of the slot. That puck's gonna flutter, go off the glass, come in front, and it bounces over Speaker's shoulder. He had the puck, and now he gives chase. A stick lift, he's got Bizarro all alone in front. It's O'Leary on the puck, over to Bizarro, who tries to come back across to the far post. It kept him out. Snyder now pushing that up past the blue line. O'Day back in a hurry. Druda gets a stick across, but it turns into a mini break. They shoot Speaker with a save, and now it's O'Day. It's Snyder still on the puck. They fire in. Speaker kicks that out. It comes right back into the slot. Playing with fire a little there was the Stars netminder, but he made the save, and that's what counts. Puck comes all the way across the blue line. Snyder just has to dump in. Now the near circle all the way across. That puck sits in front. Speaker swipes it aside. Look out. Snyder shoots in, but Speaker gets all the way across with a diving Russo, and that shot goes wanting. Now it's Snyder all the way across. Still Snyder. They shoot the follow-up wide. It goes up into through the defensive zone. Good skating by Izakov. Carries it into the offensive end. Davio's down the seam. Izakov shoots in, and that's gloved down very well by the Snyder netminder. Snyder all the way through the neutral zone. Getting back is Viscoso. Snyder will curl there on the wrister. They shoot. Speaker throws the glove on it and somehow makes the follow-up save. The left wing. Rosick still on the puck into the offensive end. Goes around him in. He shoots and he scores. Oh, baby, you won't see us. Snyder back the other way, 1-on-2. Snyder tries to go around, and they shoot and they score. Oh boy, it's like a carbon copy of the Rosick goal. Snyder, and then they'll shovel it farther, but Rosick to pick up at the far side of the ice. Look out, that bouncing puck missed all sticks. Snyder, though, has it in the zone. They curl toward the slot, and it's a huge hit. Tighter, and he's able to rub that puck off a stick. And now we're going to get a stoppage in play. We'll see. It's going to be hooking. Snyder with some time and space up there. They work it over to the right point. They'll fire in. Speaker takes that up high, throws the big glove on it. And just like that, all the way across, Speaker blockers that to the end wall. And Snyder picks up once more. Snyder at that far point, looking to set up a shot once more. One-timer comes in. Deflection carries that up to go. Snyder with a clean win there on the faceoff. They're going to try again. Far side of the ice, all the way across. Speaker able to make the save. Oh, he made it across. Can you believe it? Left to go in the man advantage. It's a mini break for Snyder all the way in. All the way dangling across. Speaker gets across. Shuts it down. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Still Snyder with the puck in front. Stars will just... Bizarro that cut out the threat. That puck's still in tight, and it's Snyder trying to come around once more. All alone in the slot. Speaker makes himself huge, and he makes the save. Puck flutters in front. Speaker comes across. That puck's still loose. Scored. That puck still loose in front. Scored with 18.1. Hello and welcome on in to the Iceline Quad Rinks in Westchester, PA. We're here for Game 3 of the Silver Sticks International Tournament. It's the Stars taking on Team Philadelphia here. Just 19 seconds left to go on the warm-up clock, so we'll do an abbreviated intro here. It's Team Philadelphia coming into this Game 3, 2-0 in the tournament. The Stars 0-1-1, having tied Snyder Hockey earlier today. It's Team Philadelphia that beat Snyder Hockey 3-0 and then blanked the New York City Cyclones 14-0. And so they've held opposition without a goal in this tournament so far. Stars almost certainly need to win this one to have a chance of making the playoffs tomorrow. Those playoffs start tomorrow morning in the 9 o'clock hour. We'll try and keep you updated as we can. But we have a very special guest up in the booth joining us here today. RPS, how you feeling?
Feeling great, happy to be here.
Well, maybe you can give us some insight, fresh off your start this afternoon between the pipes. We've got a little last-minute strategy going on at the Stars net. What is that conversation like?
Just got to get to the puck hard, put a lot of pressure on the other team, and make them uncomfortable.
All right, RPS, tell me, what do you want to see in the first 2 minutes of this game? We've got 22 and a half minutes on the board for the first half. What are the first 2 minutes going to tell us?
First 2 minutes are going to show the pace of the game. We're going to see who's chasing pucks into the corners, who's winning the 50-50 battles, and seeing who wants to set the tone first.
All right, well, it's great to have you up here in the broadcast booth. Can't thank you enough for joining us.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, the pleasure's all yours, I'm sure. Ha, ha, ha. It'll be Johnny Weiss between the pipes tonight, taking over the new Stars signing, taking over between the pipes. Backing him up will be Patrick Donaghy. And that frees up RPS to join us up in the booth. So happy to have him. And it's been a nice team experience for everybody here at Silver Sticks. And so, short of RPS telling us that the pleasure is all ours, we'll be ready to go here in just a moment. 22 and a half on the board. Stars are going to be moving right to left on your television screen or radio dial if you're just listening in. Old number 28 skates on out between the pipes. We'll see who Coach O'Brien throws over the boards. Looks like it'll be Bizarro, Bolonic, Katra, Russo, and we're waiting for a fifth skater unless there's been a rule change and we're going to play 4-on-4 hockey. It would be entertaining, but it wouldn't make much sense. And there's Nico Viscoso taking up his traditional position along the blue line. Boards being pounded, goalies check, scorekeeper ready. We're off and running here in Westchester, PA, about 6 minutes early. Everyone's got somewhere to be on a Saturday night, and these teams no different. It's right here at the Iceline Quad Rinks. It's the Stars breaking out through Viscoso, leaves for Bizarro over to Russo. Russo gains the line, dumps in on the backhand, in gives chase. Stars right back to their dump and chase game that worked so well this afternoon. It's Bolonic on the backhand working it down for Russo. Over to Bizarro in the far corner, on up to the point. Sauce nicely. Katra, the goal scorer from this afternoon, in front. And it's the Stars nearly putting it home on the first shift of the night. But sometimes a good shot is beaten by a better save. This is a delayed offside upcoming, and now it's touched up here as it went up into the netting. The back official saw it, and so with 21:47 left to go in this first half. RPS, tell me what you're seeing.
Fast-paced game, we got it deep, which was great to see. Beautiful save there by the Team Philadelphia goalie, and we just got to get right back, create some more chances.
All right, liberal use of the pronoun we up here in the broadcast booth, but we'll allow it, given that you do wear the uniform of the team in navy blue. This is now Druda going back behind the net, leaving for O'Day there. New defensive pairing on the ice, joined by Rosick and Bergman, centered there. It looks like by Nikolaitis. Good to have him back for this evening game. And It'll be O'Day turning all the way back to his own end to pick up behind the net. Some heavy pressure there by Team Philadelphia. They take over at that far circle. They try a shot in, but it's blocked by O'Day. Thrown off the boards for Bergman on up toward Rosing. It was stick on puck by Team Philadelphia, but a big hit by Nicolaitis, and he gets buried into the Team Philadelphia bench, who shakes his hand on his way exiting the neutral zone, but it'll be Nicolaitis getting back in a hurry, working it for O'Day, on up for Bergman. Rosick turns with it, sends it back to Druda, back to Rosick now. This is going to come all the way to that far circle. In tight shot in, chopped out of the air there by Weiss. Puck rolls to the end boards, and so Johnny Weiss called into action for the first time tonight. Stands tall. The Stars look to get this puck up and out of the zone. They do. Isikoff on the ice for the first time this evening. Gives chase on the forecheck. Jams up the zone breakout of Team Philadelphia, but onward they come. Far side of the ice now. Team Philadelphia. They'll try a drop pass, but Gittman in the way. Able to send that up and out. Team Philadelphia just has to dump in once more. Tracking all the way back for it is Viscoso behind his own net. He's going to turn on the backhand, skate it up this near side of the ice. He chops it up toward Davios. And now it's Team Philadelphia all the way across. What a stick lift by Kocher there to prevent the one-timer. He gets a cheer from the bench. And onward we play as it'll be Isikoff dumping into the offensive end. Davios nearly picked a point-to-point pass off instead. It'll be Philadelphia in the other direction. Philly all the way across into the offensive zone, swept wide by Kocher. Kocher to pick up once more. Soft toss up to Davios. Davios carries it up to the neutral zone, finds Gittman in front of the advertising boards on the far side of the ice. But Philly sends two skaters after him, and they'll come the other way. Look out in the slot, all the way across, touched home. Well, it was a back post shot, and Team Philadelphia able to find the back of the net with 19:39 left to go in the first half. Well, the Stars will look to get back to their dumping and chasing ways. It was working very well there, RPS, in the first couple of minutes in this game. And I'm sure, as you know, from seeing plays develop from between the pipes, sometimes that can come back and bite you if the puck comes the other way. This is now Bolonic at the logo for the drop. Stars looking to even this one up, and chopping that forward was Russo, and now Bizarro will give chase. Bizarro after the puck on the forecheck. Team Philly racks that all the way around. It's shipped off the boards by them, but Russo first to it, just waiting for Bizarro to clear, and he does, so Russo can dump in and give chase himself. It's now cycled around behind the net by Philly, and they're able to send it up and out of the zone. O'Day's going to be first to this puck, skating strong all the way back to behind his own net, and it'll be O'Day breaking out on the forehand. Works that over toward Bizarro, but Team Philly on the forecheck, able to work it in front of the Zamboni doors. Bizarro takes an elbow to the face. Team Philly comes away with it, but it's a glove save and a beaut by Johnny Weiss in net. 18:54 left to go here in the first half. All right, this will be Nicolaitis at the dot. He's got Bergman in the slot, joined by Rosick and Druda. It's O'Day who ends up taking that rolling puck off the face-off win, and the Stars try to chop it out, but Team Philly very aggressive on the forecheck right now. Look out for that as a running narrative here. If the Stars can break past the defensive blue line, they might find some joy on an odd man rush. Speaking of, here's Rosick one-on-one with his man. Puck chopped off his stick for a moment, and now Team Philly will come back in the other way. It was a good poke check. Here comes Team Philadelphia. Kocher able to bat that puck toward the corner. Team Philly still on the puck. Top of the near circle, they'll shoot in. Blocker to side there by Weiss. It's now Team Philly trying to work that down to the far corner. Stars in the way. Through Bergman, able to get that puck up to the blue line. Not out just yet. Fluttering puck comes all the way to the side of the cage. Weiss bats it aside. It's the Stars working hard to get this puck away from those Zamboni doors and send it up and out. Instead, Team Philly comes to the near side. They shoot in. A lot of traffic in front. Weiss stands tall on the follow-up, and the Stars with a little bit of disagreement there about the extra chop in the crease. RPS, tell me, what's the conversation like there as your teammates come in when you've made a save as a goalie?
It's a great feeling when they tell you it's a nice save. You know, you never expect the other team to chop at you, and when they do, it's nice to have your teammates stand up for you.
Truer words have never been spoken. It's now the Stars trying to get this puck on the face-off out of the zone through Izikov, who's going to bat it around to the far side of the ice. Kocher thinks about a reverse and does over toward Viscoso. Viscoso has to turn with the puck in the near corner. He takes a hit there, and he gets the puck back from Izikov, but it's Team Philly sending it all the way across the slot. Kocher in good position to deflect that pass from the slot up toward the point. Shot comes in, goes wide once more from Team Philly. They're trying to tilt the ice. Is the team in white here as the Stars pull that off the boards through Izikov. He takes a couple of strides, surveys his options, finds some open ice, chips it up past the line, but we're going to have an arm raised as he hadn't quite gained the red line before dumping it in with 17:15 left to go here in the first half. Last 2 minutes or so have been Team Philly. So RPS, tell me, what can turn the tide here as the ice gets tilted? Is it just one good breakout? Is it one good shot at the other end? Weiss there with a nice glove save. He's able to bat it aside. What are you looking for from your defenders and forwards when the ice feels tilted?
Anyone stepping up to make a big play, nice dump, nice hit, good pass, anything that can really get the guys going.
Well, this will be O'Day picking up the puck in his own end, skates past two men, still has it despite the Team Philly back check. O'Day gains the offensive blue line, drop pass toward Izikov, looking for somebody in the slot. Stars were making a change there as the puck was safely in the offensive zone, and so they'll have to collect at their own blue line now. This will be Izikov carrying that puck toward the blue line. He'll dump on in, and it'll go all the way to the end boards for Bizarro to try and pull off there. Bizarro nearly turning with it on the forecheck, joined by Russo. Using the boards is Team Philly to get that up and out of the zone. Izikov all the way back, thought about a point-to-point pass. Did the centerman, but instead smartly left it for Russo as Team Philly was once again creeping up. This is now Russo carrying and dumping into the offensive end. Bizarro joins him on the forecheck at that far half wall. Bolonic now out there to complete the line. Viscoso and Kocher, will get back as that puck crosses the Stars' blue line. Kocher back for it all the way to the end boards, joined by Bolonic. Team Philly tries to feather something out front instead. This will be the Stars emerging with the puck. It's Bolonic all the way across center ice. Bolonic still on the puck. Nice soft pass for Russo, just out of his reach, but Russo gets to it first and is able to dump in. Puck hops over a couple of sticks, goes all the way to the end boards, and now this is Team Philly on the breakout near side of the ice. They'll try to chip it up and get a step. It's Weiss who threw the leg pad out, got a piece of it, but some bad puck luck saw that end up in the back of the net. It hopped off that right leg pad and over, and sometimes a good shot can beat anything a netminder can throw at it. And just like that, 15:32 left to go here in the first half. It's Team Philly 2, Stars nothing. Well, this will be Nikolaitis at the dot. Rosick on the left. Bergman on the right. Gruda and O'Day behind. Puck racked off the boards. Nikolaitis gets it back to Rosick. A sauced pass hits a body, and so here comes Team Philly, and what's a 3-on-1 in the other direction. Team Philly all the way into the slot, touch passing, and that shot goes high and wide. And so it's Team Philly trying to set up once again. Nikolaitis able to collect that loose change. He throws it up off the glass. It's passed forward off a hand, but that's washed out as the Stars were first to touch it. Now Team Philly will reset at their own blue line. All the way across that puck goes. Team Philly gains the line, and they'll dump in. Out of his net is Weiss to slow that puck down. Team Philly tries to throw it into the slot. Instead, that puck just bounces in the near corner, and then we get a stoppage in play. Looks like a hand pass to be called against Team Philadelphia. And a face-off coming out in the neutral zone with 14:49 left to go. A reminder, the clock you see on your screen is just an approximation of what's going on in the rink. And so, if I'm saying something different than what's on your screen, usually the screen is right, but it's the one time during these broadcasts I get to be right, assuming I can read the numbers right on the big blue board in the rink. It's Team Philly now in the high slot, pumping the puck all the way around. On the perimeter, Stars doing a good job keeping them to the outside as Nikolaitis bodies a man, so the puck rolls over toward Kocher, and the breakout can't connect just yet for the team in navy blue. It's Team Philly now turning with the puck. They work it up to the near point. Shot comes in, deflection, carries it on net. Strong save there by Weiss. Keep this a 2-goal hockey game as that puck was well wide of the net until it was chopped out of the air by the man at the back post. RPS, tell us, What do you look for when a man's set up back post and you know a deflection's coming?
Keep him in the corner of your eye, get big, get up to him, and hopefully he deflects it right into you. And right there, exactly what happened. Great positioning there by Johnny.
Weiss made a very nice save and froze the puck there as Team Philly looks to get ejected from this face-off circle for encroachment on the outside of the circle. They win the face-off anyway. They fire in. It hits a body, goes wide, and pouring onto that puck is Kocher, who works it on up to Gitman. Gitman uses the boards on what would have been a self-pass. Team Philly, though, sniffed it out, and now they'll dump in, but it'll be an icing with 14:04 left to go here in the first half. Stars need to get on the board here. Plenty of hockey left, of course, 22.5-minute halves. And so add it together, and that looks like 36 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in this game. Plenty of hockey remaining, but the Stars more than likely need a win in this game to move on to the semifinals tomorrow. That's not yet been confirmed. All 8 teams are in action this evening, and so we'll break out the abacus afterwards to try and figure out if there's going to be more hockey tomorrow in Westchester, PA for these Stars. But what you can do is do yourself a favor, give us a like, follow, or subscription, and you won't miss a moment of 2025-2026 New York Stars 18U AA action. Team Philly just goes offside there with 13:40 left to go in the first half. Shots are 8-1 on the board, but when you've got a goaltender as a color commentator on the broadcast, he may be the first to tell you there could be an undercount for both teams. What's your opinion so far, RPS, on the shot count?
It's been pretty accurate right now. Shot count's not really indicative of much anymore these days. You know, it's about the quality of chance you see in front of the net.
All right, everybody be careful. We make it a high-danger scoring chance lecture if I ask too many questions. It's Russo who's able to sell a penalty there as Team Philly touches up. He took one in the back. Looked like it might have been a cross-check. And, in fact, the gesture looks like it will be as the official skates on over. 13:19 left to go in this first half. Oh, it's a hook instead. Well, sometimes you see a cross-check, sometimes you see a hook with 2 hands and the stick out. But it doesn't really matter to the Stars. They're down 2 goals, but up a man for the next 2. Unless something happens in the intervening time. This will be Nicolaitis at the dot. Power play 1 over the boards, joined by Rosick and Bizarro. O'Day and Viscoso back at the blue line. O'Day able to settle that puck down. He finds Bizarro, far side of the ice. Bizarro shoots in, looking for a deflection from Rosick. It was saved nicely by Team Philly. This is now O'Day dumping that puck in just a bit deeper. Reaching for it was Nicolaitis, who was able to jam it up long enough to get the puck over to Rosick, who throws it up to the blue line. Just a little too hot to handle, so Viscoso will take it back by the logos and then send it over for O'Day. Right back to the far side of the ice. It was Bizarro looking to come in. Instead, he's going to have to dump, and the Stars will have to give chase. It's Nicolaitis all the way behind the net, first to it, and he takes a check in the back, looking for a 5-on-3 there were the Stars, but unable to get the call, and now O'Day has to get back in a hurry. It's a mini break here for Team Philly. Weiss able to make the initial save, and the follow-up looks like it's up in the padding. What a sequence there for Johnny Weiss on the double save. Well, RPS looked like Weiss read that well. It was a backhand-forehand attempt. What do you look for when a shooter's bearing down on you like that?
Try to stay patient, stay up as long as possible. That's exactly what he did there. Made him make the move.
Now ensuing face-off with still 1 minute and 7 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Stars. Sees Nicolaitis win that, and the puck eventually worked over to Bizarro. Now Rosick will dump in and give chase. Off the end boards comes the puck. Rosick first to it, thinks about a wraparound, throws it across for Bizarro, just out of his reach. But Dominic Bizarro able to work it up for a slapper from Viscoso. That's fought off by the Team Philly netminder. All the way down comes the puck off Kocher's stick to Nicolaitis. Back up to Kocher at the near point. It's Kocher now on the puck, walking the blue line, sending it from the high slot toward the goal mouth. It takes a deflection, goes wide. Bizarro tries to touch that up to Viscoso. He does. Viscoso on the forehand, back to Bizarro. Bizarro creeps in, shoots in, off a skate to the near corner. It's Rosick feathering one up toward Kocher, who touches it back deeper into the zone. Upended is Bizarro. Team Philly now first to the puck, but only so far as Nicolaitis. Team Philly trying to use the glass to get this out. They do. A reminder, if you haven't watched the previous 6 games this season on Midnight Sports, USA Hockey has deemed that 18U hockey can no longer have icing on the penalty kill, and that's why icing wasn't called there, but the Stars can still ice it when they're up a man, and they do with 4 seconds left to go on the man advantage. It's going to be a defensive zone draw for the team in navy blue to Weiss's right. And we'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey here, literally in seconds. I suppose everything literally happens in seconds, RPS, but it's just a question of how many.
That's absolutely right.
All right, no more dad jokes from the booth, apparently. This will be Izikov passing that one on up toward Bolonik, it looked like. And now Gitman able to rack that into the offensive zone, but just a bit offside. And so we get a little more Muse on the loudspeakers in the arena. And make a wish, straight 11s across the scoreboard. 11 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here in the first half. This is Team Philadelphia chipping that puck forward, but not past Gitman at first. They got a second bite at the apple, worked it to Kotcher. Izikov back now, able to work that puck on up. It looks like Izikov was out there and may still be deputizing as a defenseman right now as that puck rolls on up. We'll keep an eye on that. Team Philly still with the puck. Oh, it was Bolonik diving across the slot. Got a stick on that to deflect it up into the far corner. And now Team Philly tries to work that puck back around. Bolonik first to a touch pass up to Gitman. Gitman will delay and try to send that back down. He does. It was Bolonik who was trying to buy some time and space. He cycles it over for Kotcher. Kotcher on the puck now. Works it to the near corner where Bergman has it. It's Team Philly trying to pen the Stars in their own zone, but Gitman able to chip that puck up and out. Off the Bergman pass. Team Philly now to pick up behind their own net. Stars get set up in the neutral zone. Looks like a 1-3-1. Now Russo's joined. It's Team Philly into the offensive zone. That puck dumped all the way around. And Bergman to pick it up at the near half wall. He does. He skates away from Team Philly through the center of the zone. He gets hooked there, looking for a call. Gets the puck back from Russo. Just a little bit out of his reach, though, as the Team Philly player may have had a stick around the hand. No call coming, though, as we play on. This will be Team Philly. A very quick up is going to miss all players and go for an icing with 9:44 left to go here in the first half. Shots 9-3 on the board. And the Stars will roll their first line out there.
Good opportunity to build momentum here as we take the offensive zone draw.
This is Nikolaitis to take that draw. He's got Pizarro to his left, Russo to his right. This line paid dividends 2 years ago on the Stars 16 UAA team. And so, teammates reunited and it feels so good, or we'll see. Now Team Philly all the way into the offensive zone. They shoot and go bar down and score. Well, with 9:35 left to go in this first half, Team Philly increases their lead 3-0. All right, Stars will get Rosick, Bolonik, and Bergman out there as the forwards. Viscoso and Druda as the defenders. And look to strike back and strike back quickly. This is Bergman now, turning with the puck. Team Philly comes away with it in the offensive zone of the Stars. Now into their own offensive zone comes Team Philly, passed all the way across. And that back post shot finds pay dirt, and just like that, 12 seconds later, it's another Team Philly goal, what turned into a mini 2-on-1. Off the breakout from the Team Philly zone. And so, 9:21 remaining to go in this first half. Still plenty of hockey left to be played. Don't touch that remote control. Stars with plenty of time to get back into this one. It'll be Bolonik and Rosick and Bergman as the forwards out there. Kotcher and Izikov as the defenders. That puck worked up through the neutral zone, dumped on in, chopped out of the air by Izikov. And back to collect, goes behind his net, trying to cycle it around where the Stars. Team Philly comes away with it at the near point. Team Philly shoots in. Weiss able to fight that one off, handcuffed him on the top of the shoulder, but he was able to make the save as that puck ended up in the neutral zone, and now Team Philly will turn the other way. It's a 2-on-3, now a 3-on-3 for Team Philly. All the Stars get back, shot goes high and wide, and so picking that puck up was Rosick to throw that puck up to the blue line. Team Philly had to clear the zone. They'll dump right back in. This is now Kocher on the puck. On the forehand, sends it up to the point. He's able to bounce it over a Philly stick. And so now Rosick on the forecheck as Team Philly resets at their own blue line. Team Philly breaking into the offensive zone once more. Kocher gets a stick on it. Isakov picking up in the low slot. He's going to skate past a man, and now Isakov turns on the Jets. He'll dump and chase himself all the way into the offensive zone. Stick lift, sees that puck roll over to Rosick. It's Nikolaitis calling for it as a trailer. He's able to bat it out of the air. And Team Philly wanted a high stick call, but Nikolaitis kept it below the crossbar. It's now Nikolaitis once more. He's going to crawl and send it up to Isakov, who finds Druda on the near point. Druda throws that in, looking for a deflection up and over the leg pad. Instead, the big pillow of the Team Philly netminder sends it the other way. Shot in. Weiss able to make a breakaway save there. It was a wrister from the hash marks. Now Team Philly into the slot once more. Backhander goes wide. It was stick on puck there. It looked like Bergman was able to foil the shooter. Now Rosick pushes that puck past the defensive blue line. Team Philly resets once more, but it was the back-checking Riley Bergman. Takes the puck off his man and then soft toss over to Isakov, who uses the body well to get the puck up into the neutral zone. Nikolaitis on the forecheck, joined now by Rosick. Team Philly diagonal pass right back into the offensive zone. It'll be Viscoso settling the puck there. On the backhand, tries to send it up and out, but there were literally 3 Team Philly skaters on him, and so onward we play. Now Team Philly pinching in from the point, trying to tap it down, but Nikolaitis and Rosick combine to get it over to Bergman. Bergman breaks into the offensive zone, goes around a man once, but not twice. Stars, though, able to get a change out of it as it functioned as a dump-in for Bergman. It's Druda for Viscoso up to Bolognic. That puck gets poke-checked off a stick. Stars collect once more. To the far point it goes. Now Team Philly trying to set up something in the slot. Nearly tapped there. It was Weiss who did very well to get across and then dives on it at the far post. Acrobatically, he was splayed out at the near post, turned, flipped on his back, and kept rolling, able to throw the big American flag glove mitt right on top of it and freeze the puck, as you can see from the Midnight Sports replay. With 6:36 left to go here in the first half, still a 4-goal game after Johnny Weiss able to move quickly over to that far post and throw the big mid on it. This will now be Bolognic at the dot, works it back to Druda, who tries to find Gitman there. A lot of bodies in the way right now at that far half wall, and so the Stars trying to dig that puck off the yellow on the far side of the ice as we tick toward 6:20 left to play in the first half. Shot comes in, goes wide. This will be Team Philly dumping in once more. Team Philly cycles on the near corner. And this will be Team Philly once more at the near half wall, trying to dump in. Puck sits there in the corner. Little cycle play once more by the home team. And they'll send that puck deeper into the offensive zone, all the way through the slot. All players get handcuffed, and then the shot comes in. Weiss with the save. Puck loose in the low slot. Spinning shot goes just wide, but it is tucked home at the back post. And Team Philly, it's pay dirt with 5:47 left to go here in the first half. Now it looks like there's going to be a timeout on the ice. And we can check in now with our color commentator, RPS. What do these timeouts sound like, regardless of the scoreline? What sort of strategy is being conveyed from the bench right now?
It's always a chance to rest, regroup, get your heads in the right space. And that's what we're going to look for here. There's been a lot of push from Team Philly, and it sounds like it's going to be how can we push back with the circumstances given. There's a lot of hockey left to play, but we got to play fast and hard to get away with it.
All right, that sounds like some good advice and almost certainly heard before. And hockey benches all over the world. Never hurts to have a reminder from the man patrolling the bench. And so, 5:47 left to go here in the first half. We'll get your reset. It's Team Philly 5, Stars nothing. Game has been a little bit more competitive than perhaps the shots on goal. 15-3 would indicate. Stars with some chances. The Team Philly netminder made an all-world save to open the game. It was nearly tucked home in the first shift of the game by the Stars. Instead, save is made, and Team Philly's been tilting the ice just a little bit since then, Stars now have their strategy from the bench, and so we will see after this faceoff how it goes for the team from Coney Island. This is Kocher touching up to Russo. Russo finds Nicolaitis all the way across for Rosick. Rosick into the offensive end, shoots in wide of the cage. Nicolaitis to pick up at that far half wall. This will be Russo in the far corner, using his body to protect the puck and try to work it over to Rosick. He does. Rosick looking at the point man in Izikov for the pass, but it ends up finding a Team Philly stick at first. Kocher able to move that puck up through the neutral zone and chop it back off a Team Philly stick. Leave it for Nicolaitis. That puck rejected on the first attempt. Nicolaitis shortens up on the stick, so he doesn't get called for tripping, and Kocher able to dump that one in off the end boards. Springing end boards here at the ice line quad rinks. RPS, did you have any trouble with those end boards in rink 4? Obviously this is a different rink. Are they springy all over this place?
Absolutely. They always take weird bounces out of the corners, and it's always hard to predict as a goaltender.
Well, maybe those weird bounces could help the Stars in this one. In any event, it's Russo dumping that puck in so the Stars can make a change. Rosick on the forecheck, racking that puck around to the near side. Rosick gives chase after Team Philly had passed it to the near side, and they'll try the far side now, all the way up the boards, but it's Bolognic who's able to get stick on puck momentarily. Rosick all the way across looking for the puck. Team Philly will dump in. Kocher to pick up at the far half wall, moves the puck for Izikov, who can get on the forehand, and then he'll cycle back to his backhand as his zone exit lane was cut off. Izikov now throws that across for Rosick. Rosick looks, able to chip that up to the top of the slot. Not out just yet. Kocher does the rest, works it to Bolognic. Bolognic gains the line, and he'll dump on in. Icing waved off as he had gained the line. Bergman on the forecheck, sees that puck go up into the netting. Should be an offensive zone draw here for the Stars. LRPS, seems like perhaps that timeout might have worked for the Stars.
Looks like it, coming out with a renewed energy, dedication, and putting the puck deep, which is exactly what they need to do in this circumstance.
Nicolaitis, Bizarro, and Bergman as the forwards. Fired in by Bizarro off a shin guard. It goes wide. Team Philly looks to control in that near corner. They'll chop it up to the near half wall. They'll use the glass, and that's a breakout play for them as they're in now all alone, trying to go around Weiss. He stands tall, makes the save. A wonderful save there from number 28 as that puck went all the way deep into the crease, and Weiss was able to keep his footing and shut down the front door as the shooter had faked going backhand. Now Viscoso bats it up to Nicolaitis, who sends it deeper into the offensive zone, and it will be Team Philly collecting there. Team Philly on the breakout, chipped through the neutral zone, but Druda comes across, and he's able to jam him up. Nicolaitis for Bizarro. Bizarro leaves for Nicolaitis. Look out. It's James Nicolaitis shooting in just wide of the cage. Bergman to collect the loose change and tuck it deeper for number 8. It's now the Stars trying to get this puck all the way toward the goal mouth. Team Philly takes over at the end boards, and they'll try the far side of the ice. Probably the second best chance of the game there for the Stars, and they were nearly home, but the shot just went a touch wide, perhaps on a deflection. This is now Team Philly trying to send that puck toward the slot. Instead, they'll have to settle with the near corner. It was Bergman able to work it up toward the point. Not out just yet. Viscoso now turns for it in the near corner. Nico Viscoso on the puck. Racks it off the board. Bouncing puck kept in at the near point by Philly. Tracking back now is Druda for the puck. It's the Stars sending that puck all the way up and deep into the neutral zone. But Team Philly back into the offensive end and shooting in. Weiss able to save that to the end boards. And now Rosick leans on a man. Team Philly will send that in from the near point, wide of the cage. This will be Gitman looking for Davios. Puck crosses the blue line, but no farther as Team Philly picks up, circles back at the logo to try and dump in once more. It's Philly on the puck, far side of the ice, throwing it toward the slot. Bouncing puck comes in. Weiss able to throw the big mid on it and save that puck and freeze it with 1:43 left to go here in the first half. Shots 19-3 right now in Team Philly's favor. And they're looking for more here in the offensive end. It's Bolognic at the dot. Got Izikov behind him, who is deputizing at defense right now. Haven't seen O'Day out there in a while, so we'll keep our eye on that storyline. Certainly hoping that he is not hurt in any way, shape, or form. It would be pure speculation, though. Didn't see anybody headed to the locker room. So again, we'll keep you updated as we can. As we said last game and in the first game, the health and safety of the players is obviously paramount. And nothing matters more than that. It's Team Philly now trying to set up another shot from that far circle. And they now have it in the high slot. They'll dump it wide. There was no shooting lane. 68 seconds left to go here in a first half. That's been a lot of Team Philadelphia. And the Stars have had a few chances, but the Team Philly defense has stood up. Now it's Bologna. One-on-one with his man into the offensive end. He's able to drag past him, but gets turned there as he waits for the Stars to make a change. He did a great job of maintaining possession of that puck in the offensive end as 4 skaters were around him. Team Philly able to get this puck up and out of the zone. No icing coming, and so Weiss out of his cage, leaves for Druda. Druda on up. He was looking for Russo just a bit out of his reach. Team Philly will dump in once more. Weiss back on the puck. Leaves once more for Druda. Tries to work that off the end boards. Puck rolls off a stick. Nikolaitis now in front of it in the corner. It's Russo who delays and can send it all the way across the zone for Rosick. Rosick with a little bit of open ice in front of him. Goes around a man but gets collapsed by the second. It's Russo back for Rosick, who's hopped right back up. And it's now Team Philly sending that out of the zone. That should do it for the first half. Just 2 seconds left and 1, and there goes the buzzer. Here from Westchester, PA, 1 half done. It's Team Philadelphia 5, the New York Stars 0. Stick around, we're going to put 23.5 on the board. Do it all over again after the ice cut. You're watching Midnight Sports.
When the cookies are homemade and the baking's all done, it's time to sit on down on the couch. She's earned it. That's right. It's Midnight Sports.
Well, hello and welcome on back to Westchester, PA. The ice cut's done. The nets being put back on their moorings momentarily. Teams filing out of the locker rooms. Get your reset here. It is Team Philly 5, the New York Stars 0. Stars fighting for their playoff lives here at the Iceline Quad Rinks. If you're just driving by the stadium, plenty of good seats available. Feel free to stop on by. 22.5 put up on the board. There'll be an abbreviated warm-up period. And then we'll get rolling. RPS, tell us, what's it like? You're down going into halftime, coming out of the locker room. What are you trying to do in the first few minutes of the second half?
Trying to find that motivation, find that drive, get the pucks deep like you did at the start of the game. Reset. You're not thinking about it as being down, you're thinking about it as a new game. Take that momentum, even if you can't get the win here, but take it into the next game. Hopefully get the win here, most importantly.
Yeah, one goal at a time, certainly. No three-point shot in hockey, not even a two-pointer. And so the Stars with a bit of a hill to climb, but plenty of time to do it. 22.5, as we said, on the board. So round robin game number 3, as we saw this afternoon. There is no overtime, and so looks like Weiss might have some tape coming off the back of the jersey, wearing a makeshift jersey here as the fresh signing. Still waiting on the gear. As anyone who's ever been around youth hockey knows, the gear takes a moment to get here. It's all custom made. Numbers and letters, and so we'll expect to see that new gear sometime soon for Johnny Weiss, but for now, able to put on the jersey of a teammate. And so the whistle goes. We'll see who Coach O'Brien throws over. A little help from his friends there. Weiss gets from Donaghy to reattach the tape on the back of the jersey. I know this might not be issue number 1 for you at home, but sometimes you gotta fill some airtime as we wait for the action to begin. And it's Team Philly over the boards first, getting ready for this second half face-off as Coach O'Brien uses the time to talk to his team just a little bit longer. All right, this will be Russo, Rosick, Kocher, Isikoff, and Nikolaitis out there to start the second half for the team in navy blue. Goaltenders check, boards being pounded, scorekeeper checked, Nikolaitis over the dot. Team Philly comes away with it to their own blue line, and they work it up through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. It's Team Philly now on the forehand, looking to pull a shot off in the slot. It goes just wide. As Weiss had made himself big, forced the shooter to pull that puck wide. And so, onward we go. It's Team Philly, long toss up to the blue line, looking for a trailer in the slot. They find him, but that wet ice able to jam up Team Philly, and so it's a 3-on-2 back in the other direction. Rosick into the slot, wrister shot in. It's a skate, goes wide. Russo to collect, tries to work it up toward Nikolaitis. It's now the Stars at the point through Kocher, firing that in. Kicked aside by Team Philly. Nikolaitis able to keep the zone momentarily as the Stars make a partial change. Nikolaitis fires on the puck. It's racked all the way around to the far side. Rosick nearly has it, but coming on over was Kocher to keep the zone. Nikolaitis for Pizarro in the slot. Pizarro shoots, and that's gloved down. It's a great shot there by Dominic Pizarro, and an even better save by the Team Philly netminder. RPS, tell us, is it hard to pick up the puck when it comes between the defender's legs like that?
Absolutely. You lose it for just a second, and it takes that extra quarter of a second after to find it again, and you're hoping you see it in time before it comes off the stick.
Well, we'll call that a great glove save then by the Team Philly netminder. Nice to have our own goaltending expert up here in the booth with us today as Team Philly carries that into the offensive zone. This will be Bolonik in the near corner, chopping it around for Druda, far side of the ice. Druda moves the puck quickly, but it comes off a stick. Now it's Team Philly pouring right back in at the end boards. The team in white holding the offensive zone right now. If you're just joining us, Team Philly moving left to right on your screen or radio dial. That was a screenshot from the point that ended up whizzing wide And now the puck out of the zone by Dominic Bizarro. Right back in comes Team Philly, but only so far as Bolognic chops it off a stick. Team Philly will now dump and chase. Druda on the near side, picks up the puck, works it over just past Viscoso for Bizarro. Puck sits in the corner. Bizarro was on the backhand, and the hitting picking up just a little bit here as Weiss able to stop the puck and cover it up to buy his team a wholesale change on the Freeze. 20:39 left to go here in this game. And it's the Stars with a defensive zone drop. They're not shipping up to Boston anytime soon, but they can try and enjoy just a little bit of the music during the stoppage in play. RPS, tell me, do you hear that music while you're playing, or are you so locked in that it doesn't matter if they play opera, you'll never hear it?
Never hear it. Tunnel vision to the puck. Also a fun update for everyone listening out there. Isakov has been moved down to defense.
Now back. Yeah.
Back to
We'll
defense.
call it back. I
Well, if you
understand
look
that
at it,
everybody likes to score goals, but you're right. Isakov deputizing on defense right now as Team Philly able to move that puck toward the side of the net, but Gitman comes all the way back. And so we'll give you an update on O'Day when we have it. But right now, it's the Stars trying to keep that puck from away from their goal mouth, and the man RPS just mentioned, Isakov, able to chop the puck off a stick, receive the return pass from Nikolaitis, and get that puck up and out of the zone. Might go for an icing. It does. The Stars don't mind, though, because they're going to get a line change out of this. And so, a good call from the color commentator to point out the man who's deputizing back on defense. Isakov able to get that puck up and out. It's now Bolognic at the dot. Russo and Rosick in the slot, joined by Viscoso. Shot comes in. It's Weiss with a big stick. That puck might have rolled past, but it was Weiss with the big stick. He swiped it aside and then saved the ensuing shot. And now Team Philly has to reset in the neutral zone. Unable to do so, though, because Anthony Russo able to jam up the dump hit. Long shot comes in. It's Druda using the body to stop that puck. And now the Stars looking to get this up and out once more. Team Philly will spin it around to the near side of the ice. And it was Rosick and Viscoso converging on the puck, but here comes Team Philly through the slot. They try to go between the legs and wrist it up, but Weiss stands strong and prevents any highlight reel goal. Team Philly, long shot in from the point. Weiss able to make the save there on the far post. And just like that, with 18:55 left to go in the second half, it's a shot on goal for Team Philly. Nothing more, though, than a defensive zone draw upcoming. Well, this will be Nikolaitis at the dot, as Bizarro has to go back to the bench. He's got an equipment problem there, and so on comes Rosick to take his place. Isakov manning the slot. Rosick joins him. Bergman, who's at the bottom of the circle, firing on the puck. Team Philly comes away. They shoot, they score. Well, the Stars had a play on to break the other way, and the puck bounced to a Team Philly stick instead. And so, Team Philly able to increase their lead to 6 with 18:50 left to go in this second half. LRPS, fill us in a little bit when it comes to that face-off in the defensive zone. Is it difficult with all those bodies in the way sometimes and the puck bouncing around to see the puck, or do you see it? I mean, that's not what happened there. Weiss wasn't screened. He was able to make himself big. It was just fired in, and it took a deflection up and over.
Yeah, you're just hoping to see it. That first drop, it gets lost to start, but when it reappears, be there and be ready. Getting out and being big is always crucial for that.
Well, and Weiss was just an unfortunate deflection that carried it over and into the back netting. Not much you can do about that as a goaltender. Sometimes the puck just pinballs around and you're at its mercy. I assume you would agree with that.
Absolutely.
This is Kocher carrying it into the offensive end. Davios for support. And now turning with it is Team Philly in the near corner. Gitman joins Davios on the forecheck. Team Philly is going to try the far side of the ice. They'll carry it into the offensive end. It's Gitman hounding his man. Team Philly, though, has it in the slot. It's Bolonic able to drag his stick across the Team Philly forward stick to prevent the initial shot. Team Philly has it back, far side of the ice. Gitman meets his man there, shoulders him onto and off of the puck. Scotcher now trying to work that puck toward the slot. It does roll to Davios. Davios will come away with it. Up the near side goes Davios, gains the line, dumps in. Stars can make a 5-player change. They do. Viscoso and Druda out there. Nicolaitis, Russo, and Bizarro as the forwards. That puck's going to come off a couple of sticks, and Druda back for it. Works it up to Russo. Russo turns with it, uses the backhand, finds Nicolaitis near the blue line. But Team Philly finds the puck as well, and they'll send it over to the near side. It's now Viscoso. He's able to meet his man and then leave the puck for Druda at the end boards. Druda reverses to himself, picks up that puck, works it off the boards. It's going to miss all players, but it's just as good for the Stars. It's a Druda clearance, and Team Philly has to go all the way back to the dots in their own zone to set up the play. It's now Team Philly on a long toss into the side of the net, throwing it toward the slot. It's Viscoso's skate and Weiss combining to keep that puck out, and now the Stars look to break out on their own. Puck rolls all the way to Druda, who finds right up the seam Russo, and Russo gains the line and dumps in, and now Team Philly will have to pick it up in their own end. They do as the Stars make a change here. It's Team Philly tracking through the neutral zone all the way into the offensive end. Izakov settles that puck in the slot. It hits a couple of skates. Izakov gets it back, swipes at it. Team Philly has to retreat to the high slot, and now they'll dump in once more, but it's Kotcher all over the puck. He touches it past a man all the way out of the zone, and now the race is on. Rosick on the puck, on the forehand side of the cage, shoots in, and the puck rejected by the Team Philly netminder. Onward we play. It's Team Philly all the way across the ice, getting back Kotcher and Izakov. That puck threaded toward the middle and then sent high and wide of the cage. Team Philly has it back. They'll shoot in, but it's Izakov on the puck, and he'll carry it across the slot and skate it up and out of his zone on the backhand. He dumps that puck in. He's going to pick it up once more. Izakov shot out of a cannon, throws it toward the slot. Nobody home just yet for the Stars as they were making a change. Here comes Team Philly back in the other direction. Near circle, trying to get it on the forehand. Druda did very well to harass his man off the puck. Team Philly will have to pick it up far side of the ice. Home team fires that in. Weiss had gotten down. Leg pad save as the Stars send that up and out of the zone. It's now Team Philly throwing it right back across the neutral zone. Bolonic there. It's chopped up toward Rosick. Bouncing puck dumped in once more by Team Philly. Izakov picks up behind his own net. It's Izakov on the puck, skating it to the slot. On over, and Bolonic able to get it out, but Team Philly pouring right back into the slot. They're in low. It's Weiss with a big save there. Running out of real estate was Team Philly, but they had enough to pull the wrister off, and Weiss stood tall on the shot that was in close. Onward we play here as Team Philly all the way back in their own end tries the breakout. Reaching for it and jamming it up was Druda, but Team Philly continues forward. It's Team Philly looking for a trailer, but getting in the way there nicely was Davios. And now Nicolaitis bodies man at the near half wall. Team Philly has it top of the circle, but Bergman able to throw that up and out. That puck is waffling all the way down the ice. Out of his net comes the Team Philadelphia goaltender and works it over to a defender who goes point to point. It's Kotcher picking up the puck now in the neutral zone, looking for Nicolaitis, who was creeping up toward the logo there, trying to turn with it. Puck rolls to Nico Viscoso. He sends it off the boards to himself, and it's a delayed offside on Team Philly, but they touch up or tag up, and so it'll be Bizarro curling with the puck. He's got a man all over him there. Team Philly able to keep that puck in the zone until Bizarro gets a second bite at the apple, sends it across the blue line. Now Russo takes a hit to dump that puck just a bit farther. It's Team Philly trying the near side of the ice. Touch pass up the boards. Kotcher retrieves, and he'll turn and send it all the way across to the far side. Long period of uninterrupted play, I should say, here as Team Philly dumps that forward. Kotcher first to it, sends it right out of the zone. Chopped out of the air by Bolonic for Bizarro, now to Russo. Stars in business here in the offensive zone. Team Philly, though, comes over and collapses on Russo. And so it'll be Team Philly back in the other direction. It's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. They try to go around Kotcher. He plays it well. And Viscoso cleans up the man in front. And now Bolonic in for support as Bizarro Gets to the puck, chops it up to the point, not out. Spinning puck on a Team Philly stick here. They'll shoot in. It's Weiss without a stick in front, but he was able to shrug that off and then has the stick pushed toward him. He can pick it back up. Weiss fully equipped, easy for you to say. It's Team Philly now in the near circle. Across to the slot, they shoot off the post. It goes. It was the outside of the post. And now it'll be Team Philly setting up once more. Weiss sees that the whole way. Makes the glove save, and with 12:27, looks like the clock's still running now. And perhaps it will continue to run with this 6-goal lead. We'll keep an eye on that to make sure it's not just a user error. Doesn't seem to be, as no one shouting from the stands or the benches about the running clock. This is Team Philly with the face-off win. Far point, they'll dump it just a bit deeper into the offensive zone. Stars trying to shoulder a man off the puck on the near side of the ice. It was O'Day and Davios combined and get that puck out of trouble. Shot ensues and comes in, goes wide. Good to see Alec O'Day back out there, though, as he had stepped into a man and now calling for the puck in the neutral zone, but it's Team Philly coming back the other way until the Stars send it across the blue line. It's Gitman all over the puck into the offensive end. Team Philly just throws it up into the air. It was a long pass intercepted by Isakov. Carries it in the offensive end, and then the puck just comes back in the other direction. It's Team Philly now shooting in up into the netting on a deflection as we tick with that running clock towards 11 minutes left to play in this game. It's going to be a defensive zone draw. Shots 30-7 right now. Still some time left to go in this game. If the Stars can pot one or two, I would assume, RPS, that running clock will stop.
Usually does, but it really depends on the tournament here, and I have not seen what the rules actually are.
Well, we'll have to find some production assistants to help us out with that someday. We'll pay them exactly what we all get paid. And we're going to get a high sticking call here. It looks like Bergman was trying to get his stick down on the ice. Even the players seem to understand, as there's no jousting afterwards. And it's going to be head contact as well, so Bergman will go sit for 2 minutes and presumably 10 as well. So this penalty goes against the Stars. It's already up on the clock and running as the clock continues to tick toward 10 p.m. here on the East Coast, and 10 minutes left to go in this game. 5-on-4 hockey upcoming in a moment. Now it'll be Nikolaitis, Belonik, Viscoso, Kocher as the penalty killers out there. And if there's any silver lining on the running clock, it's that the man advantage is already down to 1 minute and 27 seconds left before the puck's even dropped. Now Nikolaitis all the way across for the puck, trying to get it out of the zone. It flutters, and Team Philly works it over to the far point. Team Philly walks the blue line, sends it back to the far point, now the near point. Stalking in, they get in tight, they send it across wide of the cage. It's going to leave the zone, works as a clearance for the Stars. Now Team Philadelphia with a drop pass at their own blue line, looking to break into the Stars zone on the near side of the ice. They do exactly that. Team Philadelphia on up to the near point. And they'll send it all the way across to the far point. They spin it around to that far side, trying to find some shooting lanes and draw the Stars up higher in the zone. But instead, the puck rolls to the near corner. Team Philly now playing a little pitch and catch with 9 minutes left to go. Just 39 seconds left to go in the man advantage. It's Team Philly setting up a shot in the slot, shoveled aside by Weiss. And now it's Team Philly working that puck up to the top of the far circle, the far point. And they think about a pass, but it's Nikolaitis who's able to use the glass and send that puck all the way down with 20 seconds remaining on the man advantage. The Stars get a change. Gitman and Rosick out onto the ice, joining Kocher and Viscoso on this penalty kill. It's Team Philly being pushed to the near side of the ice. Just 5 seconds left to go on this man advantage, so the Team Philly netminder lets his players know, and it's Weiss with a wonderful save. That puck deflected up off the glass back in front of the goal, and he made the follow-up save as well. It was very impressive to see him get in front of that puck and keep this a 6-goal game. 8 minutes and 6 seconds left to go on the running clock. It's the Stars on the forecheck through Bizarro and Gitman. Team Philly works it to far side of the ice, and then they'll spin it up past the blue line and look to break into the offensive end. They do on the forehand, and they'll shoot in, but Weiss will freeze that puck in the padding. And so with 7:45 left to go in the game, it'll be a defensive zone draw. Well, Stars back in action next Saturday at Abe Stark and Coney Island, taking on the Genesis Hockey Club Diamond 1 team in a doubleheader. And we hope to see you then. This is Team Philly throwing that wide of the cage. Stars able to get that across the blue line. And now it'll be Davios breaking into the offensive end. Team Philly converges on him. Hopeful to keep this score exactly how it is, at least on one side of the scoreboard. It's Team Philly working that all the way into the offensive end, but Izikov comes all the way across to cut out the threat, and he skates that behind his net. Now on the forehand, Izikov able to chop that up toward Russo. Puck rolls, and Izikov works it into the neutral zone, finds Russo there, who gains the line, and dumps it into the near corner. Stars try to go to work in the offensive end. Shots 33-7 right now, and it's Team Philly using a little geometry to send that on net, and so Weiss able to work that over for Izikov. And it's now the Stars through Bologna collecting for Druda. Druda in his own end uses the glass, sends that deep, and it's going to go for an icing. With 6:17 left to play in this game, it'll be a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Well, this will be Gitman, Rosick, Viscoso. Looks like Druda as well, and Nikolaitis to take the drop. Nikolaitis, clean win back to Druda, who's going to shovel it up to Rosick. Rosick all the way across looking for Gitman. Nikolaitis picks it up after Gitman able to drop the pass to him. And it's Nikolaitis who takes a hit, but he gives as good as he gets on that far side of the ice. It will be Team Philly, though, breaking back in the other direction. Druda, long reach, pushes his man wide there. Puck nearly thrown in front, but Druda was able to deflect it to the end boards. Team Philly now just dumping in off the end boards. 5:20 left to go in this game as Team Philly now looking for a shooting lane. They'll work it up to the top of the slot. A lot of bodies in front. They walk the blue line, and a soft dump keeps that puck in the offensive zone for the home team. It's Nikolaitis back on the puck. He's able to flip that up toward Rosick, who chops it up to the blue line, buries a man into the Stars bench, gets the puck back, and surveys his options on the backhand, sends it over to Druda, who leaves it for Viscoso, back up to Rosick. Rosick on the puck into the offensive end, has his shot deflected. It's swept aside by the Team Philly goaltender, and now the hitting picking up just a little bit here. Russo and Rosick tangles up with his man in the near circle, and now we're gonna get some hijinks here as the whistle continues to go. And so we'll see how all of this paperwork works out as the officials separate all the players. And Team Philly with a few words for the Stars, and the Stars with a few words for Team Philly. Probably not deciding on where to get a slice after the game. And we're going to try and listen in on the officials here as to what the call will be exactly. All right, RPS, tell us, as a player at this age level for this team, would you rather see the officials call everything or nothing?
You know, it's a hard line to cross. Inevitably, you want everyone to be safe. You don't want the games to get out of hand. You don't want fights to start breaking out. But at the same time, it's hard to see every little thing called. You know, you want to see them play the game. So in this game in particular, it would be, I guess, better to see play continue on, but especially with the running clock.
All right, you heard it here first. Let the players police themselves, says RPS from the booth. And so, as long as they can stay safe, we heard that proviso, but of course, it doesn't make for good broadcasting to have a reasonable opinion. So we'll restate your opinion and make it unreasonable. But still, the clock continues to run right now with 2:50 left to go in this game, as both benches want to know how many players they can send over. This might be the first time in recorded hockey history that a minor penalty expires before a puck's even dropped. We'll see here as we tick toward just 54 seconds left to go on the minor penalty toward Team Philly. It was a major penalty, it looks like, toward the Stars. But of course, no play has happened just yet anyway, even though the clock continues to tick down toward 2 minutes. All right, when we drop, it should be about 30 seconds on the Team Philly minor, 3:30 on the Stars major, which will take us through the end of this game unless the Stars can pull off a miracle. And, well, even if they tie it up, I guess there's no overtime in round robin play, so scratch that. It's now Team Philly on the puck. Does appear to be 4-on-4 hockey. It is, with those 2 penalties up on the board, at least for another 13 seconds. 1:50 left to go in this game. It's Team Philly high in the slot. Some jousting down low between Kocher and his colleague in the white sweater. It's Team Philly firing in, looking for a deflection to carry it on net, but Isikoff gets across, and he's able to pick up that loose puck. It is 5-on-4 now in Team Philly's favor, but Isikoff carries that deep into the offensive end, snaps that on net. It's gloved down and then dropped on purpose by the Team Philly netminder, so there's no whistle. It's Team Philly back in the other direction. They gain the offensive end. They're on the power play here. They're able to keep the offensive zone. Swipe down to the near half wall. Now toward the side of the cage. Team Philly shoots in. Weiss with a nice save. He comes way out of the crease. Down goes Kocher to keep that puck from being sent toward the goal mouth, and Team Philly sends it out of the offensive zone. They'll have to reset. 58 seconds left to go as Team Philly pours in once more. Trying to get back on the scoreboard. Weiss shuts down the wraparound, and it's Isikoff all over his man. Kocher mans the front of the net. Team Philly trying to throw that out front. Little pitch and catch here all the way up to the top of the slot. Team Philly shoots in wide of the cage. 40 seconds left to go in this hockey game. And so the Stars look to get this puck up and out of the zone. They do. Spinning puck all the way up and out of the zone. And so it's Team Philly back to their own end to pick it up. 26 seconds left to go, and probably 26 seconds left to go in the Stars Silver Sticks tournament life here in Westchester, PA. This is now Team Philly pouring into the offensive end, and they'll pick up that puck near the end boards. They shoot in. Weiss gets across, and he gets a cheer from the Stars bench. 3 seconds left to go. As this one's over, there goes the buzzer. So we've gone final here in Westchester, PA. From the Ice Line Quad Rinks, it's Team Philadelphia 6, New York Stars 0. Our thanks from up here in the booth to RPS for joining us for the broadcast here tonight. We'll see you again next Saturday. Until then, stay safe.